The first tendrils of dawn, pale gray and timid, crept over the jagged silhouette of Glacier Peak. Beneath it, hunched against the encroaching chill, sat Maya. Steam hissed from her thermos, mingling with the thin mountain air. In her backpack, a map rustled as she unfolded it, tracing the final leg of her journey, the ascent to the hiker's summit. It wasn't just any peak. For generations, it had called to adventurous souls, its snow-capped pinnacle a crown jewel in the wilderness. It wasn't the highest, nor the steepest, but it possessed an allure that went beyond physical challenge. Legends whispered of hidden waterfalls cascading through verdant meadows, of ancient petroglyphs etched on lichen-crusted boulders, and of a breathtaking panorama that could mend a broken heart. For Maya, the summit held a different promise. It was a sanctuary, a place to escape the suffocating grief of losing her grandfather, the man who had instilled in her the love for the mountains. His booming laugh still echoed in her ears, his calloused hands guiding hers on their first climb. It was on the hiker's summit that he had confessed his own youthful mistakes, forging a bond forged in shared vulnerability and respect for nature's majesty. As the sun crested the peak, painting the world in shades of ochre and gold, Maya began her ascent. The trail, a narrow serpent coiling around the mountain's flank, tested her endurance. Loose scree crunched under her boots, while wind whipped her hair into a tangled mess. Doubt gnawed at her, whispering of weakness and fear. Pushing through the tree-line, the terrain transformed. Emerald meadows, dotted with wildflowers like splashes of paint, sprawled beneath her. A hidden waterfall, shimmering like a liquid diamond, plunged into a turquoise pool. Time seemed to bend here, the frantic chirping of birds the only rhythm against the canvas of silence. Maya sank into the grass, tears spilling as she felt his absence most keenly, a void as vast as the sky above. Then, a glint of metal caught her eye. Nestled between ancient boulders, barely visible beneath the moss, lay a weathered knapsack. Inside, a worn journal, its pages filled with her grandfather's familiar scrawl. Each entry chronicled his own journey. Reading his words, Maya finally understood. The summit wasn't just a place, it was a metaphor. It was about confronting your demons, pushing your limits, and emerging stronger, just like the sun that now reigns supreme in the sky. With newfound resolve, she packed the journal away, a weight lifting from her heart. The final climb was grueling, a scramble over boulders and sheer rock face. But with each step, Maya felt lighter, her grandfather's words propelling her forward. When she finally reached the top, gasping for breath but exhilarated, the world lay at her feet. Jagged peaks danced on the horizon, a sea of green valleys rippling beneath them. Tears welled up, this time not of sorrow, but of awe and gratitude. She had reached the hiker's summit, not just physically, but in her heart. She had confronted her grief, embraced her vulnerability, and discovered a strength she never knew she possessed. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues, Maya knew this was just the beginning. The mountains, etched with her grandfather's spirit and her own resilience, would always be her sanctuary, whispering stories of challenge, self-discovery, and the unwavering love that held her to the ground, even when the path seemed lost.